You thought the last 6 days were big for SHIB like we talked about just the other day? No. Yesterday was big for Shiba Inu. We actually had the largest day we have seen since March. So for almost 2 months, and that is a very important deal. But what I do want to actually talk about is one, Ethereum continuing to show this resilience that we've been waiting for. And secondly, we need to have a discussion about the totality of altcoins and where that sits currently. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So right now it's about 6:40 a.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know where price is going to head today. We have to wait and see where US money takes us. And hopefully it's a consistent theme with what we've seen overnight. And that has been accumulation. And what we've seen a lot of over these past probably 3 weeks or so, 3 weeks or so for SHIB has been accumulation. Defensive price, large holder accumulation, new holders entering SHIB. This is a very big deal. And actually what I did want to point out is, we did the math on the prior 6 days, but what we actually saw yesterday was the largest day of adding in terms of SHIB we have seen since all the way back here in March. Yesterday, they added 1.17 trillion Shiba Inu alone. And guys, this isn't just inflows. This is net flows. So they're increasing their overall position. They are prepping for this next big wave for SHIB. They keep buying the dip, and that's a pretty significant deal. What we've now started to see too over these last few days is supply and exchanges once again beginning to drop off. Understand that there are ebbs and flows in this. There will be times where exchange supply does increase as some people take profits. It's not a surprising thing, but the overall consistent trend you see is down and to the right in terms of exchange supply. And that's a very big deal because when we do actually hit this excitement and this pop across the crypto space, there is less SHIB that's available to go around, and it's dwindling very, very quickly. Now, again, if you guys missed it, they had done some shuffling on exchange supply. What is it counted as exchange supply? So we're at 94.782 trillion Shiba Inu available on exchanges. So that's not a crazy amount. If you guys think about it, that's less than 20%. Okay. Now, what we're also starting to see as well is that we're continuing to see that resilience in terms of Ethereum. All right. It's consistently holding around this $1,800 level, which I think is pretty important because it keeps trying to fight this 50-day moving average. It's fighting for a breakout. And it looks like that may be coming sometime in the very short term. Think about this, guys. We have not seen Ethereum above its 50-day moving average since January 31st. That's a long period of time. And for something like SHIB that truly depends on Ethereum to do well, that's a pretty big deal. So now, as ETH is trying to plant its foot in the ground, this is something that can really carry Shiba Inu to the upside. Now, I will say there was a little bit of a breakdown in that SHIB ETH chart just to kind of show you guys that. I mean, we look at the good stuff, we look at the bad stuff too, right? A little bit of a SHIB ETH breakdown over the last few days could be the start of a bigger trend breakdown, right? We didn't quite get that flip like we expected down here, but at the same time, this could also be one of those fake outs where you see a little bit of a drop and then you see SHIB do one of these where it pumps really significantly. And really what would indicate that is if sentiment continues to pick up. If you see excitement start to enter the space, remember, that is when SHIB does its best. Now, what we are still seeing in terms of the altcoin side is a lot of that capital just kind of moving around the space. When we talked about, for example, USDT dominance earlier today, it's flat. Nothing's really changing there. And yet some assets are pumping. I had somebody ask about Bonk, right? And the reason why some assets will pump and then retrace is people are just looking for short-term gains here and there, right? Just bouncing around the space. And what's really showing this is look at the total market cap of altcoins. This is all assets outside of BTC and Ethereum. This is the total 3 chart. And it's still just fighting this 100-day moving average, trying to create a breakout here. All right. Hasn't happened quite yet, but this will be significant. This is when, altcoins start to go on a run. If you guys look in the past here, October of 2024, we had a drop off into the early part of November, just kept fighting for this breakout and was just struggling to get it. Actually, very similar formation to what we did back there, ridiculously similar formation. So that's what we're trying to fight for. That was technically an alt season, right? Because the top assets in the space were outperforming BTC over the prior 90 days. And we're very close to that point. In fact, if you follow the math, technically by the end of this month, we should be at that point where assets Let me rephrase. We should be at that point by the end of this month, because if you look over the prior 90 days, you have a significant portion of assets outperforming BTC over the last 90 days. Okay. It's a very big deal. And that is what can, again, trigger excitement. That is when you can start seeing these more significant runs to the upside. And I do want to point to something as well. Again, looking at this 12-hour chart on the stochastic RSI, we did get a cross there as well, a bullish cross. So we might be on the verge of a little bit of a pop for altcoins. All right. It doesn't need to be a huge one, but last several times it occurred. You guys see this back here, April 17th, last time here, or prior time before that, April 7th, right? And these were little pops across the crypto market. All we need is a little pop just to create that spark. And then we can start to see things begin to take off. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I appreciate you as always. I love what we're seeing in the space right now. Understand that I'm not saying this is full bull mode. I'm not saying, we're going to send to Valhalla or anything like that right now. These may be short steps forward, but they are steps in the right direction. And that's exactly what we want to see. We want to see sustainability. We want to see confidence in the market. We want to see it assets defy what any negative news is. And then really, when the good news starts hitting, that's when we can go on significant rips. So I appreciate you as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.